Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
I've dealt with interactive nightlights for 25 years. That is part of my everyday normal occurrence. Nightlights interact. It's a phenomenon that's paranormal, and it's an entity, and this was a complete and total surprise. Hello, I'm Wendy. This was an EVP during a show where I was actually focusing on acknowledging the entities. And that's the title of the show, Acknowledging the Entities, a.k.a. the elephant in the room. So amazingly enough, and probably not coincidence, that this happened during the segment without me having any clue until I went back and listened to the audio. Usually when I see a little spot in the audio, I would just automatically remove it. This time I happened to listen and realized it said something. So you're going to hear in this short segment the original audio, and then I'm going to amplify it at the end, just in case you missed it or it isn't clear what the entity is saying. An example of an EVP, electronic voice phenomenon. So going to sleep after some kind of a phenomenon like this is not uncommon. I think sometimes we're overwhelmed by it. For one thing, I don't know where it came from. The origination. Should I call it an ET? It was a drone-like thing because it was small and went through the wall, and there's no other way to describe it. It didn't make any sound. The only reason I knew it was there was because the dog said, "Hey, dude, wake up." I assumed the cat was, the focus. No. So I am fortunate to have my pets who indicate when things are going when there's other activity around, whether it's something I can see or not, they are aware. There was a spot with a pause. That's what I would have edited out because of the pause. But I saw this little glitch and decided to listen to it before I cut it out. And that's when I was there astounded to find the surprise. And not only a surprise, but it actually relates to my life and what I experience. A specific word, amplified. Again. I might have to play with this and see if I can recreate something like this again. There were no special effects. There was nothing unusual about this. This was just me doing what I do, talking, podcasting, sharing. And that was my accompaniment. I wanted to isolate it so it would give you a better idea of what the EVP is that I referenced in that previous show. If you want to listen to the entire show, Acknowledging the Entities, a.k.a. the elephant in the room, then the EVP just pops up there in the middle of it. About 17 minutes into it, and I think the EVP is about 17:40. That was a surprise. So I just wanted to highlight that. And the nightlights have been active for 25 years. Other lights also interact with me. It's an energy that is around me 24/7, and sometimes I get to actually see the connection, and that's part of the electronics. So sometimes I have to be careful with electronics because previously I've lost some valuable pieces of equipment. They short out, fry, yeah, and that's expensive. But usually with the lights, it will try to maintain the connection without blowing a fuse or burning out the light. It's kept me curious for, 25 years and going. So I just am constantly amazed by what happens with this phenomena. Hey, thanks for listening.